Welcome to Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples, a channel of conversation and board games.
Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy with the Chance of Meeples. Today on the channel, we are looking at a small little card game that has influences from the game Rummy, a game that I never played. Today we're looking at Romi Rami. I'll show you how this plays in the radar overview. Final forecast coming up first. Cue the thunder. So the radar overview for Romi Rami looks like this. Let's set it up real quick. First, you need to take 6 cards and make up the market. And then you need to make up 4 cards for the contract row. Each player will start with 3 cards as well as 1 joker tile. You'll also be starting with 4 public objectives. On your turn, you're going to be doing 2 different actions. You will be taking cards from the market, and then if you are able and want to, you will be fulfilling a contract. How does this work? Well, anytime you take cards from the market, you can take up to 3 cards from the market that have something in common. So in this case, I could take the 2 1s, I could take the 3 4s, I could take the 4 and the 1 of clovers, or I could just take straight up just the 5 with the cherries on it. So let's imagine with me that I take the 2 1s, okay? Why would I take the 2 1s? Well, if I want to fulfill this, I need to have a pair of 1s as well as a straight, either 1 2 3 4 or 2 3 4 5. So after I have taken my cards from the market, I can then fulfill a contract. If I want, imagine I want to fulfill this, I would take 2 1s, and then I would need to have a 3 4 5 or a 1 2 3 4 in my hand. I don't have exactly that, so imagine with me that I did in fact have a 2 3 4 and a 5. At that point, I look at all the cards that I am using to pay for this contract, and any of them that have a heart on them would score me a point. So I would take this, and I would take these 2 cards, which are hearts. I will put them face down in front of me to start a pile, and that would be then a point for each of those cards at the end of the game. This would be fulfilled, and it would be the next player's turn. If you ever have 3 or less cards, you always draw up to 3. If at the end of your turn you ever have more than 10 cards, you discard down to 10. The game ends when a certain number of contracts are fulfilled. In a 2-player game, it would be 7. In a 4-player game, it would be 5. At that point, you look at all of your contracts that you fulfilled. So imagine with me, I had these contracts filled. So it would be worth 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 5 is 10. We would then count up any cards that we scored when claiming the contract, as well as we would go through the public objectives. We would look at all of these. So any cards that I would have had used 5 cards, which in this case none, whoever had the most would get 2 points. Hearts, I would have 1 card. If I'd have the most, I would get this. 4 cards in a contract. In these contracts, I have 1. So if I had the most, I get that. And cherries, I have 2 contracts with cherries. I will get 3. Whoever has the most of each of these gets it. If there's a tie, nobody gets it. And then you count up, these as well as your contracts and these cards. Whoever has the most points would be the winner. I will also say everybody gets a joker tile. You can use this 1 time in the game. If you don't, it's worth 1 point at the end of the game. But if you use this, it can be 1 card. It can be any card. So, say I really want to get this straight 1 through 5 as well as a pair. If I didn't have one of those cards, I could use this, discard it out of the game, and score this contract. So that in a nutshell is how you play the game. All the cards, they're numbered 1 through 5, and they're either cherries, hearts, diamonds, or clubs. And that in a nutshell is how you play Romi Rami. Let's move on over now to check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Romi Rami, a small little card game that has influences of Rummy. I never played Rummy growing up. I went into this game having no idea how to play Rummy. On the back of the box, it says, it's easy to play, quoting grandma. I don't know whose grandma quoted this, but she is right. This is an easy game to play. This game looks fantastic on the table. I'll show you this real quick. I don't typically show inserts in boxes, but I love this. It's just, I don't know. You got all your cards, your tokens go in there, your rules, small little game box. Fantastic. Components, they're good. Card quality, fantastic. I love the simplistic look, classic look, elegant look, whatever you want to call it, of the cards. It's a 4 of clubs. It's a 4 of clubs. It's a 1 of clubs. Like, you look at these cards, you know exactly what it is. I love just the graphic design on it. I love even these contract cards. I love the crown, maybe because I love Burger King and it reminds me of Burger King so much. But I love the crowns. And it's just such an easy game to teach. It reminds me a lot of Phase 10. And whoa, before you I'm checking out, Phase 10's terrible. Before you check out, the reason I say that is because of these contract cards. They just remind me of Phase 10, but it's fun. This one, you need a pair of 4s and any other pair. 3 pairs. A set of 5. A run of 5. It's pretty simple. It shows what it needs. It tells you the point value. It shows you the soup bonuses. And the soup bonuses, I love that. Just so you know, when I've taught this, you don't need to fulfill this card with just diamonds. You don't need all 4 cards to be hearts. You will want them to be hearts, but you don't need them to be hearts. This has confused a few people because you see this, you'd be like, oh, I need a pair of 4s and another pair, and they all have to be hearts. No, they don't. If they're hearts, they're worth soup bonuses and they're worth points at the end. Besides that, and maybe the first player marker has that crown on top saying that they get an extra victory point. No, they don't. It is what it is. But not much negative things to say about this game. Again, this reminds me of kind of like Phase 10. It's got these different objectives that you are going for. A small little card game, objectives that you're going for, and a fun little market of, okay, I can take up to 3 of these cards. What do I take? Do I take all the 4s? Do I take all the clovers? Do I take just these 2 2s? Or just maybe this 1 5 of a diamond, because it can really help me fulfill a really big contract. But I want to take more than 1 card. And you should take more than 1 card. But sometimes just that 1 card is truly the 1 card that you need. And just has this nice little, I don't want to say tension, but this just fun set collecting element to it. I love set collection. I love just, having an objective and be like, hey, I want to get that objective. What do I need to get it? I'm going to start taking those things. It's just so simple, but I've had such a blast playing this at the 2, 3, and 4 player count. And I will say this, in a 2 player count, the market, it's not going to mix around as much, and so it won't be as chaotic. But these contract cards will get a little stagnant. Whereas in a 4 player count, those 6 market cards, totally different. Like, you do your turn, by the time it comes around to you, none of those 6 cards are the same. So don't even bother planning ahead in that regard. At the same time, then those contracts, they will be moving and getting gobbled up a lot faster. So there is maybe a little bit more interaction at that 3 and 4 player count. I think it works good at all player counts. Maybe 3 is the best. I don't know. It's just fantastic. I love the trophy tiles. I love it. I didn't show in the radar overview, but when you set these things up, you just throw them up, and whichever sides sides are showing, that's what they are. It's just a fun little thing as to how to set it up. If you don't want to play with these, you want to play with younger kids, take these out. And then it's just one less thing that people have to worry about. But truly, this is not a barn burner, or not a brain burner. It's a barn burner. It's a fantastic, fantastic card game. But it's not going to be like melting your brain. This is like a fantastic beginning of the night, end of the night. Lazy Saturday, lazy Sunday afternoon, sitting around the table with friends, family. Take out a small little card game, shuffle a couple decks, and you're ready to go. Sometimes, as much as I love bigger games, Everdell's, things like that, as much as I love that, sometimes I just want to just relax and have a fun time and just, scratch that itch of a little card game and then you just move on. I can just picture so many families sitting around the table at holidays playing Romi Rami and just enjoying the fun that it brings. Like I said, it's got similarities to games that I've played in the past, like Phase 10. I could see this in mass market stores right there on the shelf besides the Uno, the Phase 10, the Skippo, these mass market games that not everybody, but many have come to love. This is like that, but so much better. It's fantastic. I can't say enough good things about Romi Rami. Probably one of my favorite games that I've played in 2023. I know I haven't played a lot of new games. They've been a lot of new to me games, but this probably is one of my favorite games that I've played in 2023. Absolutely fantastic. Great for gift exchanges, stocking stuffers. Pick it up. Can't say enough good things about Romi Rami. 90% Chance of Meeples. Pick it up. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Till next time, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a Chance of Meeples.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember to grab your umbrella because the forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.